Hello, hello, hello. Good day. How are you all doing? Hello. It's Thursday. Right. It is Thursday. And we are back in Revachol, trying not to embarrass ourselves too much with all them stuff. But it is the time that Lieutenant Kim is back. Finally. Well, not Lieutenant Kim, Lieutenant Katsiragu or something, but yeah, Kim is back. So we should progress nicely from here on out. Yeah, it will be a short stream today, because I'm not doing 100%, that's why I placed myself in the sick bay today. But I'll try to hold on for as long as possible to be back to normal tomorrow and for Sunday when we're having the Gremlins game choice, right? But for now, I'd say let's start. El Shenanigans, Sermon, Maddie, and who else is here? Hello, hello, hello. Good day to you. There goes your streak. What? Why? Dude, you can go a little bit faster. Why does your streak go? Where does it go? Where is it going? Yesterday, the early stream, you didn't make it home to check in? No! Oh, damn.
Yes.
Showing off his 115 stream streak. My goodness. I'm still not sure that is legal. But thank you so much, Ermam. That is amazing. That is absolutely astonishing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. And Bobo, hi. Busy morning? No, don't you ever apologize. Thank you for lurking, and I saw what you did there. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome back to the sub club as a tier 2 for 4 months. Holy smokes. Thank you for the support, folks. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Yeah. So, Kim is back, which is good. Okay, wait, do I want to talk to him? I don't know if I want to talk to him. Maybe I do.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right. You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
Yeah. Okay. We can go back. I think he has nothing to say to us right away, so let's go on with our business of doing things. Get Isabel and Lillian and the nameless fishing village down the coast. Oh, we can't. Oh, Ooh, first things first. Confused right from the get-go. Perfect. That should be fun. Today is Wednesday, meaning that today that bridge should be repaired, right? So we can finally cross over to the other side. Oh, here are the workers. Are you going to start anytime soon, or did you already?
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
Pull the lever. Again. Pull the lever! Crook!
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then the water lock starts moving.
Ooh, look at that. They are actually moving. Very cool.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Okay. I think. Yay! So many new things. And money, for example. A little bit, but still. Radio relay hums with electricity. What's that? A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside? There is. Monet. And we all like Monet. Traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Okay, this looks very much like the tire marks, right? That looks an awful lot like tire marks. Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. There is the lorry car thing. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen in the ice. Don't mind me while I take all the money. Okay, what do we have here?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
Why would we go into the icy water?
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so.
That's the only thing. The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Yes.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What is the make of this motor carriage of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. On the swing.
As
Oh.
you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Hold on, it looks very blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
We can't whistle, I suppose.
Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound though.
Classy.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
The
Classy.
lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Very funny, so I can't whistle.
Just keep at it. It will come to you.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo from the large clouds rest across the space, the sound just filling the time.
I think you can. Hi, Disturbed. Hello. Good afternoon. These bloody bots. Hi, Disturbed. Hello. Good to see you. Perfect timing. How are you doing? You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you feel just better about everything. Taking a day off to work with your best friends? Oh? You mean your wifey and the little one? A bottle of Bombo rum and a bottle of Reserve Hennessy. Close. I was so close. What are we celebrating?
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
A day of work. Fair.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Well, one only needs a reason to celebrate, and I guess a day of work is a perfectly good reason to do so. So you enjoy. And tomorrow, you can come here to Revachol and be actually the third lieutenant, because I'm fairly certain that you might feel like Harry Dubois also. Maybe. No? So, was your dad also, you know?
My dad and mom are both half Zeolite.
I miss my parents.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Oh. I guess... Oh, I don't know what he is. I suppose he's with the Union.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
Oh. You got woken up at 2 a.m., did some incident management, and told your boss to take the way off because I'm done. Oh! Alright. And I suppose your boss was like, sure, do that because he's a good person like that?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people.
Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Can take any day off with a minimum of 6 hours notice. Oh, that is cool. That is way cool. So tomorrow back to normal, or do you have the day off tomorrow as well? So you have a long weekend to recuperate? 41, what do you think it stands for? Is his rank of the underground street racing hierarchy? No. Tommy 41, the morning host of... No, looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called it Capri 41. No. I hate guessing. District something, a precinct? Something municipal? Copy a template to get... Well, I'd say, given that he is from the 41st... Wait, is it 41st or 57th? I think it's something with a precinct.
A precinct? Yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Tomorrow's back to normal, just needed a break from work and constantly putting out fires. That is super understandable. I'm glad you did. I'm really glad you did. So, what have you been up to then?
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Except for hanging out with your best friends?
You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Oh, goody. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. How do we get it out?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Ew.
Probably. Try definitely.
Playing Warframe and grinding the new Prime parts all day long? That sounds like a pretty good thing to spend the day, or like a pretty good theme to spend the day. Nice. Were you successful?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever.
My ego?
Into the deepest of seas.
They're going to take me back after that, aren't they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
Things were going so well. We were just talking about our moms.
We can still do that. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
I can still fix this.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real.
Oh my god.
But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I don't have that kind of money.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. 75% done. Just made lunch because you're an adult and
Yes.
you ingest
Let's go
calories.
take a look.
Yes. Let's go take a look. Yeah, let's. What's that? What are you making for lunch? Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. Seems like the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. I think we established that it was me. So I suppose we were super drunk. Oh, look at that! We got our badge back. Oh. Commander? Excuse me, what now?
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Hi, Evira. Hello. Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
Green-gray? I have green-gray eyes. Oh.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking? Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now.
Ouch.
It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Harrier Dubois it is then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
Oh.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Apple pancakes with sour cherry jam. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. You're giving me ideas, Disturbed. Rank, Lieutenant. We are not an officer. We are a lieutenant.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is the Lieutenant the W freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Wow. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Freshly picked apples too. Went to your friend's garden. He gave you 10 kilos of apples. Yeah, our apples are ready as well. Most of them, at least. Yeah, so if you want to come by, we have 2 apple trees here as well. So, feel free. They are full. One is red, completely red apples, and the other one is a mix. But both of them are kind of sweetish and juicy. So, feel free to come over and pick. Okay, cereal. Ref 126205 Jam 41. I like Jam 41. Reminds me of Sum 41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue?
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
You have 9 kilo left. You probably make cider or try to. Oh.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
That sounds tasty. I probably would make well, I am going to make a lot of apple mush. And apple crumbles. A lot of them. Apple pie. Yep, stuff like that.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Okay, precinct 41.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Huh. Okay, put the badge away. Nice. And we have clothes. Commander's jacket. Good. Depper, I'd say. Depper. Alright, so we are. Oh, look at this. We did a lot already. And with the badge, we could actually talk to the lady. Yeah, I think we could talk to her again with a... now that we have the badge back. But what is here? There's a tucked away underneath tarpaulin cover. What's in here? You haven't made cider in like 6 years? I'm sure it is like riding a bike. You never really forget that. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right? Investigate the blood-red chair? You're going to leave it alone, Harry. That's what you're going to do. You suddenly feel afraid of the chair.
Huh?
It looks like blood is peeling off it.
What's that? A postcard. Coal. Okay. Bow tie. Huh? All right. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Okay. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs frill from fabric. Cinderblocks chart a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lightning. Oh, that's just a bench. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay. Before we go to you, I want to see what's in there. Is there money in there? Then I take it. No trousers.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
I do want to be normal. You see dust-covered lines, dried tulips on a bed. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. Coffee, I will do that. Thank you. The underside of the boat has recently been tarred. Oh, wait. No. Here. The wedding stone, well worn and covered in rust. What's this game? Like you've never heard of it? Seems like Broken Sword. This is called Disco Elysium, and you wake up in a city, have no recollection of what happened, and you are trying to A, find back to your state of mind, and B, solve a crime that happened at the same time.
Hi, officer.
Lillian the Nitpicker. A woman in a raincoat stands on a quay considering an overturned boat. A sword and a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
I have no idea what Broken Sword is, but if you say that, then that's what it is. I've got questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. What are the other ones?
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves.
Oh.
The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Those options. It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheel spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
Why am I in the med bay? Because I am going, or we are going to have a shorter stream today because I am not 100%.
Life
Yep.
didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where two little kids are playing with that look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Is that your boat?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Huh. I was asked to get your signature. No, what do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
What? Wait, what? I also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea full of surprises. Oh. Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies.
Oh.
Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know more about these human bodies. No, I don't. A mine. The RCM could use a mine. Where is it? What would we use it for? Not for anything good, I suppose. Maybe opening a door? The harbor doors? But I think we can open them differently. Drugs. I need info on this. Major narc? No. Not ever. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? I don't want to get on her bad side because I need her signature. A mine? No. Damn.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Yeah, we don't do that. So it is a med bay? It is a med bay, yeah. Point and click murder mystery solver was in the 90s, came out on the PS1. Ah, okay, in 96. Alright. Well, then I suppose if you like that Total Reach, then I think this one might be for you. It's completely quirky because you're an alcoholic drug addict lieutenant, but I think you could like it then. That should be some. Oh yeah, that could be something for you. We need hydrate back for streams like this when you can't have your caffeine if you're not well. I think that can pose as both. Or do you want to really have a hydrate back? Okay. Let me quickly do this. There we go. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Add a new custom reward. We're doing this right now due to demand. Right. Go. That. Nope. Up there. There. Okay. And we do like that. 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 And which one? That one. And that. And put in this. And that is not the right one, but that has to do for now. There we go. You're welcome, it's there. Should be there. There it is. And the text is important. Yep. Hi, Darkslider. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too. Thank you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good shift at work. I was asked to get your signature.
For you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everard's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that...
Here, use my pen.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks and places the tip of the paper.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. Nope. Be seeing you. What are these doing in the fish? That is an awfully good question. What are they doing in the fish? One perception. Man, I look dapper. Okay, let's go here. Chugging coffee. Not ready being at work. Uh-oh. How long is your shift? The planks creak beneath your weight. Hey! Not fair. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Okay. The boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Locked tight. Can't see into the house from this angle. Let's talk to the old lady. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Uh-oh. Not a set time, just however long it takes to get things done, with usually 5 or 6 hours or more. Oh, I see. Oh boy. Well, in that case, enjoy your coffee. Like, really enjoy it. Drink it slowly. No need to hurry. Mostly. Hi, Ranosh. Thanks for the lurk. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Oh.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
Oh, what kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen.
Huh.
But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Don't know if I can afford another place to stay.
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Okay, I'll take it. Cool.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
The key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you. Nice, so we don't have to spend 20 real to sleep at the
Well,
inn.
if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Yes.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room. Should he? This environment encourages one thing, and one thing only.
Finally, you have those lamos of Martinez off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Ah. What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they're away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lillian already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, the 3. We
Don't
have to go there.
look long to find these guys.
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, they've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. Huh. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
What else is down coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Anything else of note?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
Alright, got it.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants, and teenagers making out.
Okay. Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my
Isabel?
married name is Sadie.
That name sounds familiar.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois. Well, that's a mouthful.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Right?
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
I was asked to get your signature. That's why the name is familiar.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everard wants you to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here.
Convince her? Maybe that works? Maybe? Let's see.
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth. Logic and reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for shameless emotional manipulation. What's the grandmother's deepest vulnerability? Does this feel like a good thing, though?
What's going to happen to the children?
What do you mean? What's going to happen? They are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village, and they are doing fine for themselves.
And they are here now?
No, they moved to Faubourg for work.
And what do you think Lillian's kids are going to do when they grow up?
Well, I imagine we'll grow up and leave too.
You've got her. Now just reel her in.
And then what?
Then,
The old woman exhales. She stares at the ground, unable to finish her thought.
You have her. Now twist the knife. Wait. Let her come to it herself.
Say nothing.
I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? It's not like the coalition government is coming to save us. I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them?
Not.
Did you say something?
I said you can start by signing these papers. I've got a pen right here.
Reluctantly, she takes the pen from your hand, scribbles her name on the line, and hands everything back to you.
See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery.
Let's go mail it.
He's not dissatisfied with you, but with himself.
Goodbye. I'm off. Alright. Good. That's done. The street sign is illegible below the graffitio. Hard to see the details. The colors are warm and welcoming and cozy though. Flower through a flower trough here where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring? It feels warm and safe in here. Not like outside. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Sure.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She is looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Huh? I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you? What, Okay, are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
What's this?
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replaced a broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Oh. What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Oh, okay. Well, pleased to meet you, Lemmy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
I heard there was a girl here who was armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
She lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into its remaining eye, as though searching for a confirmation.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last 2 words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the tenant's tone has conveyed her of the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Huh. Goodbye.
Bye!
Well, she was helpful. Not everybody would be that helpful. Signatures. Okay. Got that one.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan.
Okay. So that's dealt with. What do we have here? We can level up. Level up are this one. Sure. Okay. Sandcastle. Sandcastle sounds good.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Reach in the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Yay! Rust-eaten letters read Mazout. Gremlins are helpful too? Yes, very much so. Gremlins are always helpful. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Sick bay. Yeah, not doing all too well today. So going to take it a little slower, a little shorter, and then be back at full force tomorrow. A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Shadows fall on me? Why do shadows fall on me? It's 10 AM. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark. Somewhere like that, it's too dark to tell. Oh, the church. Of course. Reads the sign. Saint-Brun, 1147. Thank you.
Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Rattle the doors to see if they open.
Nothing happens,
Of course
only
not.
the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Have you seen the symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket.
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Okay, interfacing. We are trying to peel it away.
Your hands
And
are clammy
fail.
from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
Kim, could I have that handkerchief? My hands are wet.
The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed when he gets it back crumpled. However, it should be easier to peel the sticker off now. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker in your ledger after last entry where it belongs. Yeah.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Hey, inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Turn to the lieutenant. This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Should we start with that kick drum coming from the ice? I heard a sound before.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
Okay. You just now realize seeing the name you want ice, vanilla ice. Yeah, it looks like ice, Heranius, right? Yeah, that's true. Oh no, we can't unsee it now. It's no longer El Shenanigans, it's ice, Heranius. Sorry, you've been renamed. I hope that's alright for you. Oh, there was money. You have one better? What do you have? Well, he kinda is young. Right? I can see that. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Ooh. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 0052403155.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
No.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you, then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
A woman moans and the phone lines howl in unison with her. No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her
Oh,
voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
okay. Don't want to call him a random number. Probably even too young for the song. Wait, you know this song? El should know. Isoranius? You know that one? Buzz. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Fine. Can't have it then. Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. That tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. True. Nothing happens. Money! I need all that money. Just in case. A big wine canister. It's open and empty. Oh no. Wait, can I... There. No, I still can't open the map. Okay. How far is this going here? Oh, that's the end. Okay, gotcha.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Breathe.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach.
Kim.
Fear.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear, because I don't know what it is.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
Wait a second, Isoranius? Talking about the one from 1919, not... Not Digger Ice Berry featuring Santi? Who is that?
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
Beach kebab.
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Yep. Study the man himself.
He's wearing
Ugh.
mud only some.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
We should take...
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits.
That's oddly specific. Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No. It's hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
He looks at 2 other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
Well, we did.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad. This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
Looks like me. Could have ended up just like him, dead on some empty bottle with bottle next to my cup. No. For witnessing is the demise of a great party beast. Hell no. I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet.
We do know that he was married.
Lieutenant points at the ring at the man's left hand, the flesh around it swollen and grey.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could it relate to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense, I think. You're right. Connecting it with the lynch is a stretch.
Without any further evidence, yes.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Sure, right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with them?
From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. I still see some time. I still need some time to decide how I want to solve this case. No need to rush.
Yeah. Okay, you can come back later. Perfect. Hi, Uni. Hello! This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for decades. Ooh, glasses. +2 encyclopedia, +1 perception, -1 perception. No, I think we keep that. Vagans have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. Okay. Not going to call anyone. What's up there? Oh, wait. What's happening here? You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. True. Oh. Barrel has been recently discarded. It smells like full of fuel oil. Anything here? Not really. Wow, how far is this going? My goodness.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to serve as what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Okay, well, impossible. Open the door. Doesn't. It's a red one. It cannot be retried. Okay, walk away. I'm not going to try that with only 3%. Rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Chain trails off to the ocean, to who knows where. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Mukiri. Someone made a campfire here. Long time ago. A rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Give me money. Or a tie. Oh, another tie? Yes, please. Shivers. Minus physical instrument. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance, where the posts trail towards. Okay. Let's get back to that church. Oh, we can't get behind the church. Okay. What was that?
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
No one comes to mind. I'm not going to have a seagull conversation.
You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Hold on, have I? No. I guess I'm a little bit like a seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you'll push yourself.
Okay, cool. Good talk. I think. Let's see. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Oh, it's stone things. Oh. Hello, who are you?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do have a hat. It's yellow. You can see it right there.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Now that that's all cleared up, I have some questions for you.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere.
What's your
Shoot.
name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name, but she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Got it.
Okay.
What are you doing here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just not.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do?
Thanks.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Let it go. Got it.
She looks back at her tape recorder.
Go ahead.
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
Did you put the padlock on the church door?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know. That's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Wait, is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did this Noid person put a padlock on a church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
Enough about the church then. I had another question.
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be the one. Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Hi, Phoenixer. A posture check? Yeah. Okay, fine, fine. Discovery week. Interesting, interesting. And what have you discovered so far? Hi, Vikinger Elfa. Hello. Kestrel. Hey. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. How you all doing?
A cell.
What?
Why?
We did all that.
Okay,
There
it's
you go.
Burger.
I want to do this.
The device is cold to the touch.
Yeah.
An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
She turns her attention back to the recording device. Okay. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Hole screwed to the ice keeps the tent erect. Trash from some unending party. Hi,
A
Hafutsuri.
pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. Two barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Push the Eternite over.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Good. Now we have a bridge. Oh, wait. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Okay.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. I didn't want to get out. The sauerkraut is doing okay. It's only been a day, so have to be a little bit patient. I know that's rough. I'm also very impatient, but we have to wait a little bit. But so far, it's looking quite alright. It came a lot more than I thought it would. But I'll keep you posted. And what do you mean you're free from work, kinda?
Strike that! The world!
The world?
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those. The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
Okay, how long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
You think?
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Right.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
You mentioned some kind of on the church. Oh, you mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes on the church. Who are they?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
talking about? Okay, we're talking with the spoorers. And I think I might get in trouble for that song, but we will see later. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into this world. No. That is what this cat said? Oh look, it's one of the people who have the elusive Earth trading... What? Oh! Okay, gotcha. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dock. You are talking in riddles here today, my dears.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with a key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Insider riddles? Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Goodest of the good cops. Really get Kim to trust you. Yay!
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that is going on its own. Okay. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. A grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. What? Two decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
A radio computer. And it's turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Press. Oh no, look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no, it was already glowing and now it's also making a sound? It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the ear.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Fortress Accident sounds familiar.
The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out the studio's care.
Fortress Accident SCF produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
Oh. What are you, a machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the personal log?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I'm not going to tell her that. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Let it go.
Now, please tell me why you're calling, Fortress Accident.
What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
You mean that glowing glowing thing with the tape on it that says log February, March?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Okay, I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Ew.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
She said as her voice disappears into a wall of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Of course. Well, guess we have to find a password of some sort. Shoes. Depot ones. Spider has spun its web around the wood-carved pillow. A cracked pane of glass? Colorful. Scarf? A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass obscuring the window. Okay.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Okay. Shoes, put one empathy? Pain threshold. What do I need the pain threshold for? I don't think I need the pain threshold. What is that? There. Knock off the pain. And I have to hurt you more? No. Okay. Wait. I can level up? What? rhetoric. I can level that up. How many things can I level up? My goodness. I have 10. What? No. How many? Okay. My goodness. That was some stuff. All right. No.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shift in matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible.
Oh.
Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Well, we can try. Damn it. And we can't retry this one. Oh well. We can't see beyond the shadow.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
Try to make out something, anything.
There's nothing.
Okay.
You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Link.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
What are you? Who are you? Why are you up there?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently.
Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use, and that is a blatant lie. I guess I have a bit of a problem.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you.
No, you don't.
Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. The Thai tells me about it every
Not
single
all of
day.
it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
Exactly, I'm a policeman. I do policeman things.
Look at these crazies. What is this? A fucking intervention?
Fuck you, Crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
You, Thai. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this ish? No, You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beam, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Me neither.
Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's Viejita?
No.
Oh.
I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance heard the Viejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Thanks.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore.
Anymore?
Though he used to, a long time ago.
I trust you won't get in the way of someone enterprising youth. Their business looks promising.
Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there, imbibing.
You think you should try to watch Little Britain again? I think you should, Ice Heranius. I think you should.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Where did you come from?
Up there, Holmes.
Ugh. He smiles strangely and turns his head up to look into the darkness of the church tower. Are you human? You weren't moving like a human.
I am. At least in part, Holmes. Into the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
Well, at least you're human. That's a relief.
Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First-timers are always nervous.
There must be something illegal about living in a church ceiling. I don't know yet, but there must be.
Oh man, I would love to see that statue. I'm sure I'd be trespassing if the church was in use. But it's not, hombre. I done my share of illegal shit. Used to be in a gang, the whole deal. But even memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, and it haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go.
Uh-huh.
Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Okay. My name's Saria Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant Wayfarer.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Okay. Okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Let me show you. Because now we have the passport.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes to life.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password.
After life death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this lock might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running to the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Oh god. Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated if she knew how to set up all this machinery.
Read the 5th entry. How many are there? I hope we're not going through like every second day of now the month.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Pizza soon? What kind of pizza? It's now the streamers. The game didn't have voice acting at all. That would be horrible. Yeah, that would be extremely horrible to read it all out.
Is she talking about?
7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping-ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Suna. Aha. Sure, just go right ahead. Ignore us.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We are here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Has she?
What is it?
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Soona Luukkanen-Kilde. Got it.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the man living in the rafters?
No.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
Okay, it's probably not a big deal then.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core.
She is finished.
The light casting her
yes,
face in
no,
a strange
maybe.
shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer, and it's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing. There have been complaints from your neighbors.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want... No, she's interested. Hold on a moment. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about a Nordic dance music?
What? I hate it.
Same here, just doesn't connect here. Tap on your heart. Not like disco does anyway.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for a Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for Nordic dance music. Sure.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
No, we're not. I will let you work in peace now. Or do I? Yes. Because I will go there.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Do I?
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Who is this, Kim?
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the Revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear.
Of course.
Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure?
You're not sure?
Is this confidential information?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I look around, I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling.
I know.
If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what did it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
What is the life? After the life, death? After the death? A new life? My French isn't good.
And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
After the world? Le gris. As in grey? I don't know. After the grey? The world, a new world. This used to say... great.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale.
Oh, the
After
pale.
the pale, the world again.
Close.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine.
Oh.
It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
Okay.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression. It's a mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. Your heart knows, but it does not want to say, not yet. Let these things be unknown for now. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look.
All right. I think we just quickly go back to the city. Mail. Can't go there. Can't do anything with this map. No. Go here. Mail that letter for Everard. Relax, it's not yours. You can catch every MC in Revachol, hopefully. Okay. Mail that letter and talk to the woman on the boat.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling up his mouth. Okay, bye. Money, always. Okay. Construction material. I have planned this building, built this house and left in a hurry. Oh, these are the drunkards. I think.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
I really don't care about any bottle. I don't want to look at it.
You should care! I'm getting a very special vibe from that bottle. Please go talk to him. I need to look
Wait,
closer.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow out your eardrums. Sorry about that.
Hey, tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra, trademark, tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Oh god, they know me. Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Idiot Doom Spiral, aha.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Okay, well, nice meeting you, but I gotta go. We come back to those later. Not now, though. Let's go to that box on the plaza and mail the stuff for Everett there.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Drop the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
Hopefully.
For good or ill. The deed is done.
Let's go back to Everett. This better be worth it after what we did.
Yes. I agree. Three T's. How idiomatic. Here we are. Enjoy, Phoenixer. That pizza sounds delicious.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun.
Whoa.
Nothing is off the table.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy. Well done.
What was the fine print on the document I mailed? What was the catch?
There was no fine print, Harry. But I do hope all that construction noise and limited street access encourages some people to move. After a year of that ruckus, who wouldn't?
Oops. Yes. The noise would do the trick.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be terrible.
And when they do, they will have a good place to go. I'm currently working on renovating the buildings near the roundabout into affordable workers' palaces.
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Okay.
And I knew you were one too, Harry. Right when you rolled into town. I've got the centre, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there.
Ew.
It cannot go on.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna make the working man richer than Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him, as he thinks of her.
Did you order the hangman killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1.
Oh.
And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
But why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry.
Oh.
Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
How did this woman come to be in possession of the firearm?
Turns out she bought the gun from Roy, the local pawnbroker.
Oh.
And honestly, Harry, I have no idea how your gun ended up in Roy's hands.
Because you pawned off your gun?
Yep.
You pawned it off for liquor?
Yep.
You pawned it so you wouldn't shoot yourself in the head?
Stay silent.
Someone must have stolen it from you while you were sleeping. Anyway, The neighbors of this old lady contacted my men because they trust me and the Barbadairs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good.
Who is this old woman? Wait, is she the janitor?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Calls herself the Pigs? That sounds bad.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Barbadairs Union.
Suddenly there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Good. I'm going to leave now, but we may talk again later. All right. Keep the morale up. Good. That took care of a lot of missions. Or a lot of tasks. Alright, but this is where we are going to stop today. I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going into space. So there we go. I'll be right back.